People of Earth, good evening. Welcome to this edition 80 of Star Nation News. Tonight we will have a special transmission from the High Council of the Galactic Federation of Worlds. In the midst of the events of change on this planet, it was very relevant to ask the higher instances of the Federation that is allied with Earth, good military, the Galactic Federation of Worlds, allied with the White Hat militaries forming the Earth Alliance, what they would say about the current situation. As you may know, these people have a very, very high hierarchy that goes back to levels that are above all the military grades. When you leave the military grades of the ships and the armies of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, you tap into the more spiritual levels of this organization. You have different levels of councils. The lower council, which I have access as an emissary, and from there I can ask a special audience to the High Council. The High Council is a council of 24 beings that are turning seats. At the moment, it's a tangri. Still the same person as I met when I reported this event in the Cedars. So let us see what the Galactic Federation of Worlds High Council has to say about the current events. Fasten your seatbelts and engage. Shudin Errata is from the TRAPPIST-1 star system. He is a Tangri and a herald for the High Council of the Galactic Federation of Worlds. The herald is the person who creates the sessions and communicate with outside organizations and important people. And the herald has accepted to meet me again. And it's not the first time I'm meeting this person. He is lovely. He is very old, very wise. And it is always a privilege to be in the presence of such beings. So I met this person on a ship that was in an undisclosed location. Thorhan brought me there, and I could meet with this Tangri. And we had an exchange and gave me a message that I recorded in words using technology. And now you're going to hear the message of this wonderful herald.
I, Shudinarata, from the Tengri culture, herald of the High Council of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, am transmitting to you a message of hope and of awareness through our official emissary, Suma. Our organization has been monitoring your planet for a long time, and more intensely since accords were signed with your governments, to launch a defense cooperation program against the Nebu and Sikar invaders. These two empires have now left your star system and been eradicated. The High Council of the Galactic Federation of Worlds has always kept a close eye on your planet because the ancients foretold that the liberation of Nataru would originate from Terra, and it did not disappoint. The High Council of the Galactic Federation of Worlds wishes to inform you that there has been no change in the structure of our organization, contrary to what your planet's counterintelligence leads you to believe. Your dark leaders are being defeated, and their plans are being thwarted. Their assets and weapon systems are being destroyed. The mainstream media does not reflect the fundamental reality of current events on your planet. The leaders appointed by the High Council of the Galactic Federation of Worlds are purging your planet of the old paradigm and those who upheld it. You call them slave masters. Enslavement is not always physical. The most powerful enslavement is mental and is achieved through a long process of manipulation. During this process, your positive, powerful, constructive thoughts, which vibrate on the frequency of love and hope, are replaced by a submissive and passive attitude controlled by the vibration of fear and despair. My name is Shiden Irata from the Tengri culture. I am a herald of the High Council of the Galactic Federation of Worlds. Today, I will answer the questions submitted to us by our emissary. Answer 1. Misinformation against the Galactic Federation of Worlds. The Galactic Federation of Worlds is a peaceful organization that fights for peace and balance in this galaxy. It promotes justice and spiritual ethics, contrary to what agents of secret organizations on your planet want you to believe. There has been no crisis or separation in our organization lately. There have been no rogue factions, nor has there been any betrayal favoring the dark governments of your planet. Your planet has already begun the probationary membership period and is scheduled to join us soon. Share a new era of peace when Earth, as a planetary civilization, becomes a star nation. Answer 2. Current conflicts on Earth. Our political operatives initiated the latest armed conflicts on your planet to destroy your enemy's infrastructures and power structures. Focus on maintaining peace within yourself and trust these operations, despite what the enemy-owned media tells you. We do not share the plan of operations with the public until after the operation is complete and successful. Answer 3. Medical techniques are currently being implemented on your planet and have begun operating in military medical units. As long as there are still dark organizations on your planet, these technologies will be kept in secret, secure places. Answer 4. Disclosure of our presence. The disclosure operation of our presence and activities to your civilians has not been altered or delayed. It is still on schedule. Answer 5. The ancient space arcs have not fallen into the wrong hands. The ancient colonization vessels left on your planet and in other places in your star system by the ancient cedar cultures remain dormant for long periods of time. 4 years ago, they all activated when they received a pulse signal from the Intergalactic Confederation's armada of 5 fleets, each composed of 100 vessels entering your star system. These space arcs are protected by impenetrable shielding technology. None of these vessels have been hacked by low vibrational intentions because the technology prevents such intrusions. Shuden Arata, of the Tengri culture, herald of the High Council of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, has spoken and remains open for further questions.
When I met with Shudi Nerata, I had a list of questions to ask him, of course, and especially on the events going on Earth. Shudi Nerata assured me, as Thorhan has assured me as well, that the operations of war that were going on the planet, especially in the Middle East, were a cleansing operation operated by the Earth Alliance to take off and disable all deep state facilities that would have been used into generating a bigger threatening event, such as World War III. Now, all these things have been disabled. The military facilities needed to be dismantled and neutralized. I wasn't told more about the details because the operations are not shared with civilians and because the enemy is also watching Nation News. But Shudin Erata was very calm. He's always calm, but he was very calm and confident in the future outcome of this conflict, because Earth has clearly entered into a period of transition and change. And as we were discussing, he was always also telling me all the time not to worry, because now Earth was set on course of a planetary peaceful civilization. But before, in the transition, whatever ever is causing conflict needs to be tamed down and dealt with. So that is why at the moment, as Earth is shifting into this higher frequency of existence, because it has entered this zone in the galaxy where now we are all in fifth density and the star system is adjusting slowly, slowly. Not like this, because it would be too harsh, too dramatic, because the frequency is a rate of vibration between particles of physicality, but also of consciousness. So consciousness needs to change as the Earth also changes physically. You see more volcanic activity, seismic activity. This is all normal. This is all normal. The planet is just changing. But also in the collective consciousness of humanity, there are all the wounds and the ancient trauma that are coming to the surface, and you start to see people attacking others without no reason and being sometimes quite nasty. But this is all part of their own personal clearing. So whatever you hear as attacks against each other, just diffuse and remain in your place of peace, because all of this too shall pass, and we are entering in a beautiful, beautiful future for humanity. You have heard a lot of misinformation campaigns recently about the galactic against the Galactic Federation of Worlds, and this has been confusing for the disclosure community, who didn't know who to believe. But I myself was quite intrigued by the process that the masses always follow what is new. When somebody comes and has no reference, no proof, no evidence, people are going to follow. And that is very intriguing, because that is a phenomenon in human consciousness that is trying to get away from dealing with a reality that needs to be dealt with. So you have the savior complex, you have a lot of problems that are coming in the picture. Well, this disinformation campaign, as Thorhan Eredion was telling me already in 2020, it is done to remove from you the trust into the Galactic Federation of Worlds, because it's like the campaign of misinformation against IA. Anything that is going to assist you, not save you, assist you in your shift, in your beautiful evolution, well, is enemy to them. So they need to kill their credibility. And here I am. Also, I asked Shudin Erata questions about the current conflicts on Earth. And he really, really insisted, as I told you, about the resolution, that peace will soon come and that this will not escalate. So that is something I'm very confident, and I trust. I trust the Earth Alliance. I trust the Earth White Hat military. I trust all our brave soldiers who are fighting for justice and putting their lives at risk, far from their home and their beloveds, their children, their wives, their husbands, to fight for the freedom of the greater number of humanity. And this takes courage, selflessness, bravery to one point. Not a lot of people, unfortunately, can understand. These brave men and women are soldiers that are creating a safe space for us, the civilian, to build a beautiful future we want. I want to honor them as well as the veterans, because without them, we wouldn't be where we are now. I am talking also about the soldiers in space, the secret space programs, and the Galactic Federation of Worlds. Shudi Nerata also insisted on the fact that the disclosure, the great disclosure, is not altered or has not been compromised. The Galactic Federation of Worlds has not allied with the dark factions at all. This is all counterintelligence. People have been programmed to, unfortunately, by MK Ultra, for instance, to spread this disinformation program at the right moment, when exactly it would be the time to do it. And the time is now. Listen with your heart, listen with your frequency. You know, people ask sometimes, how can I develop discernment? Well, discernment, it's about frequency. Feel the frequency of what you are shown, the person, the way they speak, and what they are talking about. What is the message about? Is it about empowerment, love, hope, giving you the strength and the stamina to create this beautiful future? Or is it about despair, fear, criticism, and attacks? There you have your answers. Discernment is into frequency. I also liked Shudi Narata's answer about the arcs. And when he mentioned the activation of the arcs, when the fleet of the Cedars, the armada of 5 fleets of 100 ships each, arrived in the star system, it activated like a wave. It really brushed through the whole system, and everything that was on the same frequency awakened, woke up, and also the star seeds. Many of you, I sensed this wave of awakening, this wave in 2021. It was in October 2021, and it has been pulsing for about 2-3 months following this. The earth was just bathed in this pulse, this call to wake up of the arcs and all the Cedars star seeds. The Batal, the Altian, the Craig, the Moarthriome, all of them, all of you. And you felt that, you sensed that, and you could reconnect with your star families. This was a fantastic moment. I encourage you to talk about this. What have you felt? What suddenly you saw? What presences just entangled with yours? Who are you? What is your star family? What race? Where they come from? You have all these answers because you can connect to this frequency. Seeds of Cedars. So now I am encouraging you to find peace within yourself and find the seed of love in your heart. The mind is a processor. It will always interpret what the heart decides. because this heart here is a portal. Here, just here, is the seed of your soul, where it is in that beautiful box. And when you get in there and you meet with yourself, you are yourself, you are able to connect to the whole universe. Enjoy who you are, share love, refuse conflict to pass through you. Conflict stops at you. That's it, don't pass it on. But what you can pass on is love, compassion, making good things about your environment around you, to people you love. And every good thing you receive, just pay it forward 3 times. And the world will change faster than you believe it could. I will find you for next Star Nation News next week, edition 81. And in the meantime, I am wishing you a wonderful time, and let's go to the Ara constellation to meet an amazing race that will again blow your mind in the Gliese 676 star system, the Zimox. You ready? Fasten your seatbelts and engage!
Analyzing data.
The Zimox are an interesting silicon-based human species living on the 3rd planet of a Zinger system. A red star of type MOVC. A translucent skin, marble with iridescent veins, characterizes the beauty of their species. Approximately 8 feet tall, they are graceful, serene, and impressive beings. Their society is organized in an individuated, interfaced collective consciousness and a central government led by a council. The Zimox are uniquely telepathic, using their mouth only for feeding. They are able to communicate with non-telepathic species through sound codes produced in their throats. This civilization is a member of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, but they rarely intervene in conflicts, although they have a fleet and 2 space stations in their star system.
Star Nation News was brought to you by Elena Danan. Don't miss the latest news every Monday on Elena Danan's channel. Video directed by Steph Zak.